Hey guys, it's Stacy, and today I have a review for you guys, and that review is on One of Us is Lying by Karen McManus. So we are just gonna get into this review because I have a lot of thoughts and feelings on this. One of Us is Lying is about 5 kids who go into detention one day, and then only 4 come out alive. Unfortunately, one of the kids dies, and it's kind of this big mystery of who done it. And I've never seen The Breakfast Club, but a lot of people say it resembles that a lot, and it kind of does when they're in detention and whatnot. It's 5 completely different kids. There's 5 complete different kids. There's Simon, who is the outcast, and he is the one who doesn't make it out. And then there is Nate, who is like the bad boy, and Cooper, who is the star athlete, and Abby, who is the really pretty popular girl, and then I think you say it Brownin, I don't know how to say her name, but she is incredibly smart. She's the smart girl of their whole school, and one day they all go into detention under weird circumstances, and then Simon ends up dying in a brutal way, and it's kind of about their journey of trying to figure out who did it, if one of them did it, and all that. And who actually did it surprised me until towards the end, until we ran out of options. That part was done very well, the mystery aspect of it, but there were things in this book. I gave this book 2 out of 5 stars. There were things in this book I did not like. One, the mental illness rep in this book is done very poorly. It basically blames several characters in this book, side characters, have a mental illness disorder, whether it be bipolar or depression or, anxiety. It's done very poorly. There's at one point when they were talking about bipolar disorder, and they were basically blaming bipolar disorder for the way everything does, the way this one character acted, and like when she went off her meds, she was crazy. That's not how things work, and I thought that was very poor representation. I thought that was very harmful representation, so there is that. So like, that was not done well. This book had a lot of potential to be an amazing book. One, that, and then 2, the writing. The beginning of the book, the writing was really rough. It was kind of very like a lot of forced dialogue, and it was just kind of reminded me of a really bad written fan fiction, especially the beginning. Towards the end and the middle, the writing did get better, so I don't know what happened there, but I didn't really like the writing, and most of the dialogue for most of the characters was very forced. Like, even though they kind of became friends, it was still very forced. Like, the author did not make the chemistry between them change, and there was that. I have read a lot of people say that there is a queer gay representation in this book, and they say that was a plot device, where I can see that. I didn't see it while I was first reading, but after I read some reviews, I do see that they used a gay in the closet character, and there was an outing. That should not, no, we don't out people even in books. There was that. I'm not gonna say who the gay one is, but it's pretty obvious in the book because they made it very stereotypical. But there was a lot of stuff in this book that just went the wrong direction, where this book could have been it could have been a really solid thriller book. Was not. The usage of mental illness was very poorly done. It was like borderline offensive, and so I did not like that part. I wish this would have been better. This was one of my most anticipated books of the year, but unfortunately it was just not that good. So if you've read this book, comment down below what you thought of it, or if you haven't read it yet, comment if you're gonna read it or not. But I wish this would have been done better, but it wasn't. So that is it for today's video, and I will see you guys in another one. Bye!